Welcome to part 3 of the 5 deadly sins of the job search. This is Judy Adams. As a volunteer working with job seekers and now as a job search coach, I keep seeing job seekers making the same mistakes time and time again. So I have created this program to help job seekers stop making those mistakes that are hurting their job search. Whether you are a recent graduate or an experienced worker, whether you are unemployed, misemployed, or underemployed, you have to ask yourself, have I committed any of the 5 deadly sins of the job search? Let's look at deadly sin number 3. Deadly job search sin number 3 is updating your resume and starting your search before you know your product. I'm going to talk about selling this computer, but first let me ask you, who of you are in sales? Now, all of you should have raised your hand regardless of the job you're seeking. You were all in sales. You are now selling your skills, your abilities, and your experience. So let's learn from the best practices in the world of sales. I'm going to sell this computer. If I'm going to do that, I have to know what these function keys do. I have to know the processor speed. I have to know the operating system. I have to know everything about this computer, including why would someone want to buy this computer over my competition. Price is one option. Functionality is an option. So I have to know this computer before I would be able to successfully sell it. I can't walk in and say, buy this computer, I need a sale. Would that work for me? No. So saying I need a job isn't going to cut it either. They have to know why they should hire you over your competition, and you have to know the answer to it. You have to know your product. And by that I mean you have to take an inventory of yourself before you can do the resume. I agree it feels like your resume should be the first thing you do because we get mad at the boss and we say, well, I'll show him. I'll get my resume out there and leave. Or when they call you into their office and say, I hate to tell you this, but, and you know what comes next, your mind goes to your resume and updating it. But inventorying you is something you should have done before updating your resume. So I invite you to go back and do this. Inventory your accomplishments. Inventory your abilities, your interest and passion. The reason I have you inventory these things is because wouldn't it be great to combine your vocation with your interest? Inventory your personality and your values so you know the right environment for you. Now, how do you do this? First of all, ask others. Also leverage previous job reviews. And while inventorying your abilities, if you identify an area that you need to strengthen, then take courses to supplement your skills. When I talk about accomplishments, I'm not talking about curing cancer, solving world peace, or fixing the economy, because I heard the news before I created this video and no one has done that yet. What I'm talking about when I say accomplishments is where you've left your thumbprint. So we're not talking just about where you saved the company a lot of money. I'm talking about where you left your thumbprint, how the company benefited by having you work there. Maybe you dealt with a difficult client. Maybe you organized the files. Maybe you implemented a new idea. Maybe you helped mentor one of your peers. The company is better off because you were there, and this is where you left your thumbprint. Your accomplishments will be used on your marketing materials, including your resume. You will use them to answer your interview questions. And it will remind you how accomplished you are. We all have bad days during the job search. So let's do it the right way. First, know your personality. Whether it's Myers-Briggs or Jung or another personality assessment, know your personality. Know your strengths. Most interviewers will ask you, what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses? Too many job seekers give the answer for strengths that they are a people person, I'm organized, I'm a hard worker, I'm a quick study. That all sounds like Charlie Brown's teacher, wah, 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 wah. When we hear that, we know you do not know your strengths. There is a great book that I recommend, Strengths Finder 2.0. The name is on the slide. Now, unfortunately, you have to buy this book and you have to buy it new because there is a one-use assessment code in the back. But I highly recommend you do that. Then I recommend you document over 50 of your accomplishments. 50 of your accomplishments. Now, have you heard of the term STAR or PAR or CAR? That's the format you should use to record your accomplishments and to share your accomplishments because it gives the full picture. It is the situation or task that you faced, or the before picture, the actions you took, what did you do because of that before picture, and the results you achieved. How did you change that picture? Without all three parts, you only have part of that story. Review your previous jobs and your companies to know what is a good fit for you. Did you do better in a larger company versus a smaller company, or vice versa? What type of boss do you like? One who gives you all the autonomy you want, or do you like a boss who offers routine supervision and feedback? What position did you do better in? So document your previous jobs and look at the trend of what environment you did well in and what is not a good fit for you. Be able to concisely answer the question why they should hire you over your competition. Think back to that computer. Why would they buy that computer over the competition's? You need to know the answer as to why they should hire you over your competition. Now, are you ready for deadly sin number 4?